Welcome to r/slash Offmychest, where OP absolutely hates her daughter. Our next Reddit post is from Throwaway Snowfields. I hate my autistic child, and I'm going to divorce my husband because of it. I just need to scream into a void, any void. I have 3 kids with John. John was the love of my life. Life was perfect before Jill was born. Jill is extremely autistic. She's textbook, screaming, meltdown, aggression. We lost everything as a family the moment we realized that she isn't going to improve. She's beyond expensive. I had to quit my job when she was 4 to care for her. My other children live in fear of their sister. She hits, breaks things, screams, tears things apart, spits. No medication has worked. No counseling, no therapy, nothing. My husband and I have had a dead bedroom ever since I quit my job, and it was severely winding down before then. I just can't do it anymore. A few days ago, I begged my husband to take the day off work so I could clear my head. I felt myself slipping into my own mental breakdown. He told me no because money was tight and we couldn't afford it. While it is true that we couldn't afford it, no one else is willing to take care of Jill. I could stick her on the only people that would, which are my parents. But they're far too old to ever deal with a child hitting them with their full force. Jill got into a fight with one of her older siblings, and I just lost my cool. She hurt my child badly, and I just lost it. Their other sibling had to help rip her off and call their father to come home. I screamed at their father that it's over, that I hated Jill, I hated him, and that we're getting a divorce. I said many hurtful things, but nothing about my other 2 kids. I drove over 4 hours with my 2 kids to my sister's place. I had to get away. My husband, maybe my ex-husband, I don't know, has been blowing up my phone. I just can't do it anymore. I miss being a good mom. I miss my job. I miss being able to go to the zoo with my kids. I miss being able to go to their school events. I miss eating as a family. I miss restaurants, friends, holidays. I miss having money. I miss life from before Jill. I miss my 2 kids. I miss my husband. I just needed to vent. I know that I'm a terrible mom. I know that I'm not a good person. I know I deserve it. I just needed to vent somewhere. I don't want to face reality. I just want to wake up from this nightmare. Down in the comments, we have a similar story from Queer Sepharine. I grew up in a household like this. My brother shoved me down half a flight of stairs, pulled my hair, and threatened to stab me multiple times. Funnily enough, you know what affects me the most as an adult? It's the fact that my parents didn't act like parents to me after he started to need more support. I did marching band for 4 years in high school and had about 10 shows per season, but my mom never bothered to show up to a single one. My dad came to senior night, but left before halftime. I had to become a third parent to make sure my 3 other siblings were taken care of. Please get help. Your kids deserve a stable, healthy environment with parents that are able to support them. Our next Reddit post is from Throwaway Resident Ball. Our wedding was planned to happen today. Today, I was supposed to get married to the man that I loved and that I'd been in a relationship with for 7 years. Now, I'm sitting here canceling wedding purchases and announcing to everyone that the wedding is off. Last evening, my husband and his group of friends had a bachelor party. I received a video call from him to find myself staring at all of them having intercourse with busty women. My husband turned the camera towards himself and asked me to say hi to his partner. I didn't know what to do. For a moment, I was confused. I cut the call and called my sister. The wedding was immediately canceled. I received a couple of messages from his friends saying they just wanted to have fun. My ex-fiance told me that he just wanted to enjoy this before a lifelong commitment. 7 years I spent with this man, only for this to happen. I imagined having kids with him, having pets with him, taking care of him, going to family trips, dropping our kids to school, and so much more. I feel lost now. 7 years down the drain. It's hard to believe that I was cheated on. That video call is haunting me. He showed himself inserted into her on the call. I feel disgusted by the fact that I used to passionately hug this man. I've gone to return the wedding dress. I don't know what to do or how to feel. A part of me says that I should be grateful that I don't have kids with him. Okay, the cheating's really, really bad. Don't get me wrong, it's really bad. I don't want to distract from that, but I'm it's so weird this guy called while, like a video call. He had to be on drugs, right? That's the only explanation. So, OP, what I'm trying to say here is I think this guy was also high as a kite, because I can't even fathom the mentality someone would need to think that was a good idea to do. So yeah, he's cheating and he's also doing drugs. Our next Reddit post is from Let Me Be Alone, Huh? I'm a 32-year-old man, and I was married to my wife, who's 33 for 4 years, and we had a great marriage. I was madly in love with my wife. She fell into depression mainly due to her job in 2022. I tried to support her in every way and suggested her going to the gym or doing any kind of sports to de-stress. I had my own depression episode before we got married, and what saved me was going to the gym. She agreed and we started going to the gym together. I couldn't go as frequently as she could since my workload got heavier after my promotion. However, I did try my best to be there with her. She used to be a bit chubby, which I loved, and after seeing some changes with her body, she started to go there regularly. It also helped with her depression and she got better. I was really happy to see her get better and livelier. She looked more confident, got more aggressive in bed, and so on. However, after a while, that confidence level started to affect our relationship for the worse. She started going to parties and going out to the point that she completely stopped doing her share of the house duties. That proceeded with me seeing her getting flirty with a guy after a meetup that we went to. I communicated my feelings to her and she dismissed these. After this happened several more times, I had her sit down with me and told her that she's riding high on her newly found confidence and emotions right now. I clearly stated that she should not make decisions or actions according to that confidence right now. This is one of my worst traits. I used to be extremely emotionally driven in the past. I suggested that we go to a marriage counselor and all hell broke loose. She said vile things to me, like she had realized that she had settled for me, and now that she had gotten in shape, she could do much better than me. She said that I'm insecure and other things. This woman used to be the sweetest person on earth, and I was shocked after hearing the things that she said to me. She filed for divorce the following month, and I didn't hear much from her other than some lawyer talks. Our court hearing is scheduled to be next month, and my lawyer told me that there's a high chance it'll be concluded then. There isn't much to split between us. We have a similar income, the only shared assets is our joint account, and we have similar savings and no kids. My house belongs to my mom, so that can't be split. I have accepted that my marriage is going to end like this. But last week, she called me crying and told me that she regrets everything. She apologized over and over again, but I felt disappointed. Not angry, not sad, just disappointed. She didn't text me or call me even once since the divorce started. I didn't even know where she's been living since she left my home. I told her there is no going back now. She's been messaging me nonstop. My family supports my decision and tells me that I shouldn't back down. My in-laws were shocked when they heard about the divorce. They're telling me to rethink everything. Man, I would bet you money that she got a crush on a guy at the gym, decided to divorce OP, and then when her newfound crush/boyfriend/boy toy didn't work out, oh boo-hoo, I regret everything and now I want to go back to my husband. Also, in case you're curious, OP clarifies in the comments, I don't even understand why she left me after getting in shape. I'm in shape too. It's not like I was overweight or something. It had been a while since I had gone to the gym before we started together, but I'm not in bad shape at all. I could probably get back to my old, shredded self with just 1 year of regular workouts. Then there's this interesting conversation between 3 users. Firecracker says, she started small talking with guys, enjoyed getting hit on, and then just let this random dude smooth talk her into leaving her husband. Then Basically Classy says, I doubt the guy even wanted her to leave her husband. He just wanted to tap it. Then Bass to Mouth says, I'm a personal trainer at a private strength gym. You are 1,000% right. I've seen this happen so many times. These people get a little bit fit and all of a sudden start making rash decisions based on their newfound sense of worth. The amount of married women that have tried to sleep with me, I can't even count. Our next Reddit post is from OK Lobster. I'm a 34-year-old man and my brother is 39. My brother is being tricked, though he refuses to see it. While I was researching what's happening to my brother, I found out that it's something called pig butchering. If you've never heard of it, it starts when someone sends a wrong number text message. It'd be something like, it was nice meeting you yesterday, Anne, or I'll see you for lunch tomorrow, Michael. When you reply that it's a wrong number, the scammer tries to talk you into a conversation and then eventually a friendship. It sounds far-fetched, however, people do fall for it. Once they've befriended you, they start talking about things like cryptocurrency and investments. They convince you that you can make money like they do. It's a trick because there is no investment. The returns they show you are fake and your money is not growing. This friend has already stolen your money and is just stringing you along. If you want to withdraw your money, they'll stall and say that you have to pay some kind of fee or tax. This is just another way for them to get more money from you. This goes on until you run out of money or you realize that you've been tricked. Then your friend disappears and there's nothing you can do to get your money back because you don't know their identity and they're likely not even in the same country. Last year, my brother says that he met a woman who accidentally texted him instead of her friend. She said that she splits her time between Singapore and America, and she knew a way for my brother to make big money like she does. There were all these promises about getting rich and never having to work again. My brother has already invested all of his savings and thinks that his 11,000 pounds have turned into over 200,000 pounds. And it is absolutely ludicrous that anyone would believe this. My mom and dad, who are both 59, are also involved. They heard about my brother's investment and won in. They've remortgaged their home even though they were close to having it fully paid off. They gave my brother all that money and all their savings as well to invest. I've tried telling them that there is no investment and that they'll lose all their money. They cannot afford their mortgage payments long term. My parents believe that they're in for a big payday. My mom is a dental hygienist. My dad and my brother are engineers. All three of them are university educated, so I don't understand how they can believe this. I had to tell them that I cannot and will not help them, financially or otherwise, when they realize they've lost everything. I've tried showing them examples of this happening to others. I've tried having a solicitor or an accountant speak to them, but they refuse to listen. I can afford to look after myself, but I can't afford to look after them as well. They're trying to convince me to invest, and they're upset that I'm missing out. I've warned them and set a clear boundary, however, they still believe that they'll get rich. I'm mostly just here to vent because I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone I know. No one will listen when I tell them they're being tricked. I hate that they won't listen and they'll lose their retirements and everything. I'm done and I've washed my hands of it. Our next Reddit post is from Wall Curious. My stepdaughter Becca, who's 14, died 4 weeks ago. I've been in her life since she was 7 years old. We were extremely close. My husband Derek is 40 and his ex-wife Sam is 38. The three of us get along very well. There's never been an issue in the 7 years that I've been with Derek. Sam has always been kind to me. She didn't even care that Becca called me mom too. Right after Becca's passing, Sam had so much anxiety and depression that she was unable to be by herself. She has no family besides us, so we invited her to stay with us. Sam hardly leaves the house. She mostly just sleeps in Becca's room, which is completely understandable. I always tell her that I'm here if she needs me, and that I want her to take her time with grieving, and that there's no pressure to go back to her home. Today, I needed to run some errands, so I asked Sam if she'd like to join me to get out of the house a little bit, but she declined and said that she'd rather just stay at the house and sleep. I told Derek that I was leaving and I'd be back in 2 hours. He works from home. I also told him to check on Sam every once in a while and maybe try getting her to eat something. After stopping at the post office, I realized I forgot my library book that I needed to return, so I went back home to get it. As soon as I walked in the door, I heard moaning coming from mine and Derek's bedroom. I immediately knew what was happening, and my heart completely broke in that moment. I wasn't completely sure what to do, but I ended up deciding to confront them, so I walked to the bedroom, opened the door, and began yelling at them both. Sam started having an anxiety attack and ran to the bathroom, while Derek kept apologizing profusely. I asked him what the hell happened. He told me that he made himself and Sam some lunch, and they began talking about Becca and shared some memories. Then Sam ended up kissing him and he didn't pull back, and then it ended with them in our bed. They're begging me to understand that it was just grief that caused them to become intimate, and they both made a mistake. I don't know what to do. I love this man and I love Sam. I am heartbroken that they did this to me and put me in this position. I feel so stuck. You know what's really depressing about this? It's that these two adults are blaming their grief for their cheating, but it's like they're forgetting the fact that OP is also grieving. She's been raising this stepdaughter for 7 years. This girl who called her mom. But is OP out on the streets with her legs spread for someone to make her feel better? No, she's doing chores and supporting her loved ones. Also, OP clarifies that she was gone for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. So if you ask me, it sounds like they were waiting for OP to leave the house. Sure, it is possible that he immediately went to the kitchen and made a sandwich and it happened. Like, that does fit the timeline, but that's just a little too coincidental for me. Our next Reddit post is from a non-pink lady. I just realized that my cat knows what a sunset is and purposefully tries to get a glimpse of them every day, and my heart can't take it. Around 5 p.m. every day, my cat comes to this one big glass door that opens to our apartment balcony. And like most cats, she loves the warmth of sunlight when it shines on her. But more than that even, she'll meow and look at us curiously until we scoop her up and hold her at our eye level. She'll reach her little paws forward and rest them against the glass and stare at the sun as it starts to drift below the city skyline. When the sun touches her fur, the ends of her hair glows. She looks like a little golden angel. I think it might be the most beautiful thing that I witness of her on the regular, and I've never thought about why she does it every day. But I think I just realized that my cat knows what time the sun sets and wants to look at it every day, and that might be the most beautiful thing about her that I have yet to discover. Help! Why do I want to cry? That was rSlash, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit episodes every single day.